Today's segment of The Next Chapter is presented by Lexus. Experience amazing.
He's an international pop star who rocked the American Billboard charts with his now iconic song, Down. She's a singer, manager, and a wellness coach who multitasks like nobody's business. Music brought them together, and their passion for the arts, community, and family keeps them together. Jayshawn and Thara use their talent and influence for all the right reasons. They're supporting, nurturing, and providing platforms for those following in their footsteps. The one thing we did miss was seeing them both on screen together. Well, Lexus made that wish come true by bringing the power couple together for a new campaign. J-Raj caught up with them to get all the details.
This is not the first time that we're seeing you both on screen together, but I think this is the first time that you're both being featured in a Lexus commercial. So tell us a bit about what was it like working with such an iconic brand?
Oh man, it was so much fun. I mean, the first time we worked with Lexus was actually at the All That Glitters Diwali Ball. And it was just such a natural, organic experience. Like sometimes, you just work together, it fits. We had fun. They were super easy and nice to work with, and just the whole vibe was great. So it kind of made sense that when we got to the next actual commercial, getting to work with the same team again. And
yeah, it was really fun.
You know what that's like. You don't know that your mind and your body is so.
You're a visionary. When amazing happens, you see it first, and you lead the way.
Well, I mean, it's always fun for us to work together. We've been working together for on camera for over 16 years.
Yeah.
So it felt like a really beautiful full circle moment to be filming this commercial together, to both be on set as the stars. I handle all the behind the scenes stuff with him now on the management side, but it was fun to be behind the camera with him again.
Yeah.
And,
she just loves that I don't have another lead girl. That's what it is. That's what she's trying to do. Right?
This is kind of beautiful.
Times. No.
that thing, no.
No, it works, guys. The chemistry, it was kind of like your own personal Bollywood moment for you guys.
Yes.
Exactly.
And it's really cute because I feel like we have our love story is documented over the years through these different videos, and
That's
it's fun to be able to show it to our kids and say, like, look when mommy and daddy did this. And now to have a brand like Lexus that, I've certainly grown up with here in America, and to see how they are focusing on making sure that we're represented, doing it from a place of authenticity, and really, really pulling our culture into it. It's just beautiful to see the progress that we've made.
That actually leads me into my next question. I want to ask you guys to speak a bit more about why it's so important for you to be part of a project that centers South Asian voices and stories.
For me, I think one of the things that I always felt was difficult to watch sometimes as a young South Asian kid. When you switch on the TV, you don't have control over what they've decided to put on your screen. And it sometimes used to frustrate me, and it actually has been my plight the whole way through my musical career too, to always make sure that whenever I get to that point, that I have a huge platform, that I will try my best to represent us in the light that is true to us actually. And not this, because it's the only window that the rest of the world gets to see our culture. So let's do it right. And I think that's why when they talk about representation, how do you do it? And what are you trying to say? And is it authentic, and is it true to us?
Yeah,
Is
absolutely.
it true to the new generation of us?
Yeah.
Right? Because we've
That's
all
true.
grown up here. We are, he's British Indian. I was born and raised here in America, but culturally still Indian, right? And so it's like we're blended. We're not just one thing. So it's nice to be able to tell those stories from this new space that can then connect with our younger generation and show them that we are being represented and they can do anything that they want to do. They can be whatever they want to be. There's no box anymore.
You inspire us to chase a higher standard. Because a car that doesn't make you feel something is a car that stops short of amazing.
Jay, when it comes to your music, how do you approach storytelling today through your music?
Yeah, I think for me, I've always tried to be authentic in any way that the music sounds. I guess I've been known, obviously, from the very beginning to be able to fuse, Eastern music and Western music together in a way that feels authentic and real. Again, not something that feels contrived and forced just because it might be cool. It was always just, what do I really feel? and what am I really living? And I still do that now in my songwriting. Of course, you know, one thing that's really important to talk about is that most of my songs are fictional. And it's really funny because my kids will be like, Daddy, why are you singing about another girl? Does mommy know about this? And I'm like, honey, it's a made up story. Okay, just like your Sesame Street stories or whatever that is, your Peppa Pigs. That's just a made up story. So sometimes daddy still makes up stories.
You are my only, you won't be lonely, even if the sky is falling down. You'll be my only, no need to worry, baby, are you down, 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 down?
And I think your latest song is actually a part of this Lexus spot. So tell us about the creation of that song and how that came to be.
Yeah, man, all of this came together so beautifully, and I guess really it was divine timing, right? So I'm on TikTok and I'm just scrolling, and I come across this one beautiful piece of music, and I stop scrolling. And you know how hard that is to get someone's attention nowadays, right?
Yeah,
I was like, whoa, what is this? Man, I went on a deep dive down the rabbit hole, started looking down all the different videos. Who is this artist? And then I was like, all right, I just couldn't shake it, and I had to sample it and write it. I didn't even know if it was going to get cleared. So I sent the piece of music, the video, to Alan Sampson, who produced Write It. It just made complete sense. It gave me that same similar feel. So I said, bro, lace up a beat for me, send it back. I want to write to this. So he did, wrote the song Last Call over it. And then we sent it to Muhammad, who's the artist who owns, just once it was finished. And he was like, bro, I love this. Yes, of course you have my blessings to use it. And that was it. And now, of course, we got it in the Lexus commercial, which is beautiful.
Last time we talked, we touched, we both know how that ended up. Now you never been good at last call. Once I get involved, that's all. I think we talked enough. You can't be with him and call this love. And I know that we should probably end. You better not make that last call again.
You guys originally connected on a music video together, right? Can you tell us a little bit about that experience and how music played a role in your guys' love story?
Yeah, well, back in the day, I always say in my past life, because it feels like forever ago now, I was a singer. And that's how we met.
Yeah, it was that
It
show,
was a
actually.
show. It
Yeah.
was for the South Asian Student Alliance. Shout out to them always, because they brought us together. And I was opening for him, and we were on like panels all weekend. So we got to spend the weekend together, just really connecting again from that space of finally being like, oh my gosh, there's someone who understands what I'm going through. Because here we are making pop R&B music, being brown, no one in our family ever having been down these pathways before. So we really connected on
true.
that,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. And she thought I was super hot. So then, then we just started flirting and going back and forth, and then we got married.
If the world was ending, you come over right. The sky be falling while I hold you tight. No, there wouldn't be a reason why we would even have to say goodbye. If the world was ending, you come over right.
How's the music collaboration between you two now?
She just tells me to go to the studio and write songs, and that's about it. She's the boss.
I'm
she's
on
the
top
boss
of
lady.
the release schedule,
That's true.
and
Thara is the boss lady. I'm telling you right now, a lot of people don't know how much she does for my career. It's insane how much she does. From where I'm performing, who I'm, flights, books, accommodations, studio sessions, release schedules, just all of it. Together with her and Jeremy, and the team that we have, it really is a beautiful thing.
All I wanna know is, can you ride this with me? And all I need to know is, can I get up in that frame? Just if you waiting, baby, I'm waiting, baby. Just give it to me, baby. Just give it to me, baby.
What are your thoughts on the ever-changing scene in the music industry today?
As well as being an artist for the last 20 plus years, there's nothing you can throw at me as an artist that I have not been through in the music industry. Nothing. I was there from when it was cassettes, CDs, vinyl, all the way through to now. Back when people used to line up at music stores where they used to sell music for hours, there'd be lines down the block so they could get an autograph and physically hold it in their hand, to now where it's just like, streaming it wherever you are in the whole world. Everyone can get to listen to it at the same time. It's a massive change.
And maybe for the weekend, take
only do we get to see Jay and Thara on screen together, but the new Lexus spot features Jay Sean's new single, Last Call. Our special thanks to Lexus for always supporting the South Asian community with their wonderful initiatives and repping our culture through creatives.
You know what that's like. You don't know that your mind and your body is somewhere.
You're a visionary. When amazing happens, you see it first, and you lead the way. You inspire us to chase a higher standard. Because a car that doesn't make you feel something is a car that stops short of amazing.